morning and welcome inside the Max Bell Center for what is day 3 of the 2025 Western Canada Showdown. And the first match on the Perry Cavanaugh rink this morning will see the Regina Capitals taking on CNHA Black. I'm Max Latimer. I'll bring the call for you this morning on HN Live home, the Western Canada Showdown. Don't miss any of the action all weekend long. And this matchup, Regina Capitals running their fate here. The Capitals picking up 2 wins already in their tournament. Started off with a 4-2 win over the NEBC Trackers, and then picked up a 6-3 win over the CRAA Blue last night. So a quick turnaround for them. They played at 8:15 last night. They get the early morning game here, and if they win this one, they will punch their ticket straight to the semifinal this evening. And a lot would have to go against them if they were to not make it to that semifinal matchup. As for CNHA Black, it's been a tough tournament for them. Started off with a 4-2 loss to the Winnipeg Bruins, followed that up with a 6-4 loss to CAC. They're led by Logan Cruz, who has 4 points in the tournament. Jack Halowachuk with 3, Luke Roberts and Matthew Worth both with 2. Some of the players to watch out for as we see teams skating to their benches as we get set for puck drop here at the Perry Cavanaugh on a crisp Saturday morning here in Calgary, Alberta. Grab your coffee, get settled in. It's puck drop right away here. I digress. We start with players going back into their zones as the refs. We'll go chat with the timekeepers, get some things sorted out here. National anthems. And now we're set for puck drop. Apologies, folks. I had no idea that was happening. As my last day in the tournament was opening day on Thursday. The sound system in the Perry Cavanaugh was not up to task. However, what a start to the day. We get the anthem underway. The Capitals get the center ice. Logan Cruz will meet his man at center. It's the Cruz versus Gopswich to start this one here at the Max Bell, and we are underway. Capitals run their fate here. A big hit right off the draw at center ice. The CNHA makes their way ahead. Seddon gives chase in the corner. Gopswich goes to pick it up. The Gopswich with 3 assists on the tournament, still looking for his first tally. He's ahead now with the 2-on-1 break. The Gopswich works it, takes a shot, pad save, rebounds there, and scores! Less than 30 seconds into this one, and Bryden Wegman have given the Caps a 1-0 lead. Bryden Wegman continues to lead this Capitals team. He had 3 goals and 1 assist on the tournament in the 2 games. Picks up his 4th goal. Before the broadcast started, when both teams took the ice, Wegman was the first man on the ice for the Caps and stumbled. Fell right at center ice. Well, he picked up his feet, and 30 seconds into this one, and the Caps are off and running. Face off to the left of Avery Lang. Avery Lang holds on to that. Avery Lang in league play 3-2-0-1 with a .929 save percentage. He played the first game of the tournament for the Capitals, posting a .949 save percentage. Did 39 shots against in that opening game. It's been mentioned at length about the standings format in this tournament, where no matter how the game goes, both teams will come out with points. It's just a matter of how many. If you win by 2, you get 5. Lose by 2, you get 1. So any result other than losing by 2 as the puck goes out of play for the Capitals will result in a semifinal berth this evening for the Capitals, who have had a fortuitous schedule so far in this tournament. This is their toughest turnaround, as I mentioned with that late game last night. But if they do make it to that semifinal game tonight, they will have the longest break out of all the teams in the semifinals, giving them the advantage. Palinchuk behind the net. He'll start carrying it out and send a long stretch pass for his man just out of the reach. Back down into the Cap zone. CNHA on it briefly, and it's Greenslade away. Noah Greenslade punches it ahead. Greenslade with 2 assists on the tournament, with just 3 points in league play. He's almost already catching up in just this tournament alone. Holowachuk sends that in on the netminder. Palinchuk back to retrieve. Up for Greenslade. He'll just backhand that out of the zone. Gets to center and no further. Back down into the zone, and Calder Harris back to retrieve. A backhand pass cross crease, cross ice. Palinchuk works in. Defenseman takes a shot. Rebound was there. Palinchuk back on it. Backhands it down low. Passing it across, and just backdoor. Greenslade couldn't get a stick on that. Seddon punches that out. Holowachuk gets it across to Cruz. Cruz works in now. Into the middle. Tried to touch pass. Puck's loose just in the skates of Holowachuk. Seddon down low. Nick Spaeth gets that to the winger. And now the Caps are away with numbers. A 3-on-2 break. And that's stopped right at the blue line and taken away. Zachary Polinkis. Calling for it is Fabi. Doesn't get there. CNHA turns back in these Minnesota North Star-esque jerseys. And the Regina Capitals, fittingly, in the Washington Capitals-esque jerseys. As we get a stoppage of play. Face off outside CNHA zone. To the line, not out. Paxton Church keeps it in. Fabi now turns the other way. Fabi just backhands that on to Lang. He's going to hold on to that and get another stoppage of play. Avery Lang mentioned the netminder. We'll get do a little profile on Eric Blair once he gets involved in the CNHA zone here. West turns. Puck finds its way to the corner, just flipped up the board. And it's Church to bring it out of the zone. A nice backhand pass into the middle. Silverson just one hand swats that down into the zone. Down behind the net now, Church battling for it. He's still got it. CNHA out the other way. West just sends that to an open side. Sent all the way down the ice. Back to retrieve is Silverson. He'll spin around his own net. Silverson off the glass, gets to the line, not out. Second chance does happen. Get across the line before being sent right back in. A wholesale line change for CNHA. Puck pass in the middle, dangerous, almost intercepted. Wagman, the goal scorer, on it now. Gets it back for his defenseman. Right back for Wagman. Wagman works through center. Nice move. Cuts across the blue line. Drops for a Gopsowicz just into his skates. And Gopsowicz, small in stature, but lays the body there. Fink. Matty Fink with 2 goals on the tournament, 1 in each game. Into the middle. And Rosler almost had a chance on a shot from the point. Scores! Luke Roberts with the goal. He answers back, and we've got a 1-1 game. Luke Roberts with 2 goals, 3 assists in league play. Coming into this tournament, picks up his first of the tournament and 3rd point. So he's playing at a point per game pace. CNHA is away, a goal aside here, just 5 minutes into the first period. Could see a lot of offense in the Perry Cavanaugh today. 4 players converge down low before the Caps are able to get it out. Waldner works ahead. Easton Waldner takes a shot off the pad. Into the middle, and a shot there. Doesn't miss by much. Another pass into the middle. Wagman's there. Greenslade back to the point. Quick shot. That goes off a body and wide. Kept in. Working around is a Gopsowicz. Walks the line. Gets it across to the defenseman. Takes a shot blocker save into the corner. Ryland Worrell back to a Gopsowicz. A Gopsowicz takes a shot. That goes off the glass. Wagman once again, and the Caps go to work. Wagman cuts to the net, shot, a pad save, sliding across the crease. Eric Blair has to be busy. Another shot through traffic, and the Caps getting everything before that puck goes up into the netting, out of play. As Eric Blair had to be sharp, the goaltender for CNHA, 5-2 on the season with a .915 save percentage. And in the tournament, he's played just the 1 game with an .893 save percentage. He had 3 goals against on 28 shots. It had to be sharp. There's the Capitals with an onslaught of chances. On the far side now, CNHA works in, cutting to the slot. And in the middle with the shot opportunity right to the glove of Lang. That came off the stick of Owen Brossard. Brossard gets across to Palinkas. Palinkas sends that off a skate. Caps the other way. And a possible break here. Breakaway pass just in the feet. Rohr gets it, picks it up, shoots over the net. The other way is offside at the line as Bayana meant to bring the puck in for CNHA. So a fast-paced start to this one. Just 7 minutes gone in the first period in a 1-1 game. CNHA Black in league play 8-3-0-1. A great record, but still just 5th in the Calgary division, 2 points behind first. So it's quite a strong division is the Calgary division in the AEHL. A long stretch pass. Working down the line, has a man go to the middle. One-time shot just misses by Brady Rohr. Rohr on it now. He's got Church giving support. Gets to Palinchuk at the line and out. Bayana works one-on-one. Bayana tries to step around his man. He gets pushed aside to the corner. Holowichuk on it behind the net. Holowichuk still working. Takes a cross check, remains with the puck briefly, or it's finally taken away. Palinchuk with room to skate. A long stretch pass ahead. Caps work in down the left side. Nice move, taking a shot, scores! Lyndon Boswell with a little dipsy doodle, and he sends it in. The Caps regain the lead. Lyndon Boswell picks up his first of the tournament, and it's a highlight reel tally. That'll be our first icing of the game. As these teams trade goals, can CNHA bounce back once again? Let's get that goal on the board for you, shall we? There we go. Better late than never. As Boswell's goal gets announced here in the Perry Cavanaugh Arena, Church battles for it along the end boards. Puck makes its way to center, no further. Spaeth on it, sends that to an open side, and it's intercepted. Church takes it right back. Number 10 for the Capitals battles in the corner. He's got Liam Duro with him, but it's taken away by CNHA. Gaining the center line and sending it in. Rolison to give chase. Gavin Rolison. And he gets tripped up, and that's going to be our first penalty call of the game. Tripping will be the call against Cyril Huroff. And he'll sit for 2 or less. So an opportunity for CNHA to tie this one up once again. Roberts has it at the point. He's the goal scorer for CNHA. Cruz on it. Cruz surveys, gets it down low. Cruz gets the give and go with Halowachuk. Can't get the centering pass, however. Continuing to battle for it. And that puck gets the line, not out. Great job by Roberts to keep it in. He walks the line now. Halowachuk down low. Rolison back up for Roberts. Roberts for Cruz. Cruz steps in, back for Roberts. Looks for a shooting lane, finds one. He's looking for a stick, couldn't connect. Gopsowicz sends that out and down the zone. Minute 10 remaining in the man advantage for CNHA as it's picked away. And Wagman's on it. Open the scoring. 30 seconds into this game. Now on the penalty kill. Rolison works ahead. He'll send that to his winger. Rolison. A nice stretch pass across crease. Cruz corrals that and gets it back. Defenseman Carter West takes a shot through traffic. That bounces up off the glass. Down now, look. Halowachuk cuts to the net. Poked aside. Halowachuk still on it. Backhand pass in the middle. Swatting at it was Rolison. Puck gets to the line and out. Maybe one last burst on this power play for CNHA. Just chipped in and giving chase is Aiden Pachalski. Pachalski working on Worrell in the corner. He'll just hold that up. Kill a bit more time. That'll just about do it for this power play. As stepping back out onto the ice is the Caps player now. Huroff rejoins the play down low. Worrell on it. He's just going to go off the glass and down the ice. Just gets to center and turn the other way. Daniel Horvath sends that in. Ooh, and a bit of a dangerous pass, but Lang plays that to his defender. CNHA Looks to break it out. West having trouble with the puck. It's taken away. Caps almost with a break. And away comes Brossart. Brossart, he'll take a hit in the corner. Pachalski giving support. Gross takeaway, and the Caps are out. Greenslade gets it ahead to Ruhr. He'll lose the puck. And with speed, working in. Milo Fabi around the net and scores! That puck finds its way in. And just like that, CNHA has tied this game at 2. Ray and Bayana going to pick up the marker. As twice, CNHA has found themselves in a deficit, and twice they've battled back in the first. Bayana with 13 points in league play. Been a relatively quiet tournament for him, however. That's just his second point, first goal of the tournament. And once again, a brand new hockey game. Both teams finding their legs on this early Saturday morning. We get an offside at the line. Now we'll have a face-off outside of the Capital zone here. The Capitals coming away with this puck. Karoff, he'll send that to the opposite corner for Church and Duro to give chase. That's sent all the way down for icing as the goal gets announced in the rink here. A 2-2 game is where we stand. It's day 3 of 4 at the 2025 Western Canada Showdown on HN Live. Face-off's going to be to the left of Eric Blair. Matty Fink to take the draw. Tried to push it ahead. Goes the other way. Rolison sends it up. Holowichuk to give chase. Holowichuk with a goal and 2 assists in the tournament thus far at a point per game. Fink. A long pass. A Gopswitch looking for that pass. Went off a skate. And the Gopswitch keeps it in at the line. He works in from the hash marks. Passes down low at the goal line. Look for the give and go. Puck's loose. Palinchuk steps in. Is taken away in a possible break here. Jack Holowichuk works on the near side. Cuts in. Makes a move on the defender. He'll be turned into the corner. Sends it back for West. Capitals long pass. That's going to head all the way down the ice. Enough for icing. No, they're going to call that one off. Pass to center ice. Palinchuk just plays that back. A Gopswitch works in. Grayson Gopswitch mentioned he's still looking for his first marker of the tournament. Creates a lot of play for this Capitals team. Rolison now gets it ahead for Cruz. That's going to be a touch offside, and with 6 to play in the first, we'll have a face-off outside of the Capital zone. Nine players on the CNHA team have registered a point in the tournament thus far. All teams in the tournament get 4 guaranteed games. Greenslade now works in on a 2-on-1. Greenslade takes a shot. Rebound was there. And a turnover and kept in. Greenslade looks to pounce on that loose puck once again. Puck in the middle. A long shot from the point. Now it's a pad save. Puck sent all the way down and we'll get an icing. Strong shift from the Capitals. Noah Greenslade. Face-off will be to the right of Blair. Both goalies having to be sharp. They both allowed the 2, but there's been a lot of opportunities for both teams. Turning his green slate. He sends one to the net. Rebounds there. His brother Grady close to putting one in. He's had a strong tournament, has Grady Greenslade. So we get another icing call. Face-off coming back down to the CNHA zone. Rur to take the face-off for the Caps. That's one cleanly back by CNHA. Rossler can't get to that loose puck. It heads down. This time it will not be icing. The Silverson goes back to retrieve. Board battle in the corner. Some say the most exciting play in hockey, the board battle. Puck makes its way back to the defense. Works across to Fabi. Fabi takes a shot. Pushed aside quite easily by Lang. CNHA sends that back in. 2/3 of their forward group will go off for a change here. Rur. He's now got it at his blue line. He takes a bump. Bayana, the latest goal scorer, tried to steal that puck, but it's kept away. Greenslade, he takes the shot right into the glove of Eric Blair. As Eric Blair continues to settle into this one. That all yellow look. Quite the helmet. Face off. One back by CNHA. 4 to play in the first. Big pass up ahead. Seddon on it now. Spencer Seddon. Leaves it for Holowachuk. Holowachuk back to the point. Takes a shot. Tip just over the net. Seddon. He now works behind the net. Looks for a man to pass to. He'll get it back to try to get it back to the defenseman. That's picked off. And away come the Caps. Pass in the middle for Huroff. Couldn't get there. Boswell overskates the puck. He's got the second goal for the Caps in this first period. CNHA away. Loses the puck to the Caps. A long pass up for Huroff. Huroff works in. He takes a shot. He misses wide. Now to go up into the netting. Out of play as Cyril Huroff looks to get involved. Huroff with a goal in the tournament. 21 points in league play. This Capitals team has some high-powered offense. They're first in their division in the SAAHL. Bryden Wagman leading the SAAHL. Oh, say that 10 times fast. In scoring with 35 points, and Agopsowicz in third with 24 points. Puck sputters the near side boards. Sent to the line. Finally does come out as Fink couldn't keep it in. Rolison on it. Rolison, he'll backhand that in. No relation to former Wild and Edmonton goalie Dwayne Rolison. Can't confirm nor deny that, but the names are spelled differently. Agopsowicz works in. Fink, he'll take a shot. Pad save by Blair. Palinchuk keeps that in. Near side once again, getting it down low, but no further. And out the other way, CNHA pass out of the reach of Broussard. And Fink can't touch that, and that'll head down for an icing on the part of the Capitals. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first period. An entertaining first period of action. On the first of 5 games on this ice surface, the Perry Kavanaugh. Of course, just adjacent to us at the Ken Bracco. 5 games slated on that side for today as well. And then a few games over at the Henry Viney Arena, just north of Calgary's beautiful downtown. Pachalski gains the line. Nice drop pass for Horvath. Horvath, sharp angle shot. Doesn't quite make its way to the front of the net. A battle in the corner once again. CNHA player looking to just get back up on his feet as he took a spill. Greenslade. He gets the puck in. He'll give chase to his own dump in. Greenslade battling in the corner. Still comes away with the puck. Finds its way to Palinchuk. Palinchuk through traffic. Rebound was there. Swatting at it and missing. Back the other way. West. The defenseman. Wow, takes out his man. Cuts to the middle. Pass with a slot shot. Scores! What a play by Carter West, the defenseman. Walks on in, takes out his man, passes it in the middle, and Jack Halowachuk gives CNHA the lead. And with a minute to go in the first period, CNHA takes their first lead of the game. A 5-goal first period for both of these teams combined. Hroff misses that, no icing. Fabi gets that up to Cruz. Logan Cruz now gains center. Sends that to Seddon. Cruz picks up the loose puck, takes a bump. And Fink hit another big hit by Matty Fink, getting involved physically here at the end of the first. Fink now on it. Fink cuts in to the net, backhand in the middle, and Eric Blair stops that one-touch shot from the Caps. 8.1 seconds remaining in the first. Faceoff will be to the left of Blair. Can the Caps get something quick here? Fink will try to take the draw. He's got a gop switch set up right behind him. Fink. Capitals win the draw, get to a gop switch. He takes a shot that's easily brushed aside by Blair. And that will do it for the first period here at the Perry Cavanaugh. What a period it was. CNHA Black jumps to a 3-2 lead over the Regina Capitals. Don't go anywhere, folks. In about 15 minutes time, we will have second period action. I'm Max Ladmer bringing you the call. We'll have second period action at the 2025 Western Canada Showdown just ahead. Welcome back inside the Perry Cavanaugh Arena. Second period action at the 2025 Western Canada Showdown. About to get underway here between CNHA Black and the Regina Capitals. And what a first period it was. 5 goals between the two squads, and CNHA Black took their first lead of the game late in that first period, and that's where we stand now, a 3-2 game. Roberts with the puck. He was the first goal scorer for CNHA with that shot from the point. Wagman, also the first goal scorer for the Caps on it now. Wagman into a gop switch. He misses just wide. Shot from the point gets sent all the way around. Worrell gives chase. Defenseman pinches down low. A gop switch for Wagman. Wagman makes a move. Backhand pad save. And we get a whistle with a penalty upcoming at the part of CNHA. Confused at the call. Luke Roberts isn't exactly sure what he did to deserve that, but nonetheless, he'll sit for 2 or less. Gopsowicz to take the face-off on this power play for the Capitals, who I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, kind of run their own fate here. Sitting at the top of their division. Wagman taking a shot. And that hit a skate in front. Finds its way down the ice. Wagman will regroup. Capitals with some nice passes. Hroff for Worrell. Back for Wagman. Having a tough time gaining the zone, however, are the Capitals on this power play. Worrell. A long pass up for Fink, who gains the line. Fink, he'll stop up, send that to an open side. It's Wagman. Wagman for a Gopsowicz. And what a save there by Blair's. The nice passing play from the Caps led to an Gopsowicz chance. In the corner now, coming out with it. That's Hroff. Hroff back to the point. Walking the line, back to Hroff. Hroff walks in, takes a shot blocker to side. Worrell now with Wagman. Down low, Gopsowicz into the slot. Too far for Hroff. And that puck heads all the way down the ice. Played by Lang. Just 45 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Capitals, looking to tie up this game. Boswell had that beautiful goal in the first period. He'll turn that back around. CNHA killing some more time off this penalty. Palinchuk now. Looking to start the breakout. Palinchuk works up ice. Palinchuk across for Boswell. He gains the line. Boswell stops up. Sends that down into the corner. It's met by Paxton Church. 5 players converge down low. Who will come away with it at CNHA as Roberts steps out of the box. Bayana gains the line. Dodges the check. Bayana down below the line now in Gretzky's office. Bayana still with it. Now just loses it in the corner briefly. Finds his way back to the point. Puck flipped to the line and not out. Brassard keeps it in. Boswell still on it as the Capitals is playing a bit of keep away here, but now Cruz on it for CNHA. Down low. Finds its way back to the point, across for West. West opts to send that back in down behind the net. Brassard battling in the corner. Gets all the way across to the line. Kept in momentarily. Kept in once again. That's twice. Third time's the charm for the Caps as they get it out. 2 are away. Boswell has Rurr going to the net. Rurr got a stick on it. But up to the task was Eric Blair. Face off going to be to the right of Blair. Won by CNHA and big hit in the corner on Roberts. Getting to this puck first is Greenslade. Greenslade rubbed out along the boards looking for help. Duro's there. Duro comes away with the puck. Duro rubbed out against Roberts. Pachalski, a backhand pass for Holowachuk. Gets ahead, it's set in now. A couple nice moves taken away by the back checker Greenslade. Duro now, a 3-on-2 break the other way. Noah Greenslade across the line, takes a shot. Blocker save, rebounds there. Greenslade follows up. Can't get that through, and a possible break the other way. It's Holowachuk. Works in, far side. He'll get the puck poked away from him. Past the middle, Pachalski. Backhand, goes to the front of the net, tries to jam it home. Unable to get much mustard on that shot. A quick opening 5 minutes of the second period. Around the corner now, Silverson jumps in. Fabi on it. Caps just keep the puck in. That's Wagman cycling it around. Backhand pass in the middle. Gopsowicz was skating through the slot. Worrell at the line. He shoots through traffic. Doesn't make its way to the front. Worrell once again sends it all the way through. A bouncing puck. And Blair and a big cross check in front of the net is going to draw a bit of a skirmish, and one's getting taken out of the pile. I believe it's going to be a CNHA black player. Yeah, it will be. The cross check is getting called. I don't believe it was actually the initial cross-check. There was a second one that came in high, and a misconduct also being assessed here. So already sitting for one penalty, Luke Roberts, who has a goal in this game, will head to the box. He may have a 2 and a 10. Yeah, and you see the officials there with the call, a 2 and a 10 on the part of Luke Roberts. So the Caps, opportunity once again to tie up this hockey game as CNHA looking for a bit of an explanation here. Seddon will also go in to serve the 2-minute penalty, while Roberts will have to sit for the 10. We won't see him till the latter stages of this second period. Puck dropped, and the last power play the Caps had, as soon as CNHA cleared, the Caps had a tough time just getting the puck back into the CNHA zone. They'll have to start from behind their net. Rylan Whirl, the puck carrier, makes the first initial pass. Cross ice to Wagman. He'll stop up, survey the field, and get it across for Huroff. Huroff on it now. Cross for Whirl. Down low for Wagman. Wagman, it's taken away from him. Puck rung around the boards. Whirl keeps it in. Now in the middle for Fink. Fink has room to shoot. Shoulder save, rebound, scores! Maddie Fink ties up this game on the power play. Maddie Fink continues his hot play in the tournament. A goal in every game so far. His 4th point of the tournament. Maddie Fink, 16 points in league play, continuing his strong play here at the Western Canada Showdown, the 7th annual Western Canada Showdown. The Stamps have three-peated, but did lose their opening game, so a big opportunity for a new champion at the Western Canada Showdown. The Capitals run their fate. They're looking to get to that semi-final game this evening, be one of the two teams heading to that final game tomorrow. And as long as they don't lose by 2 or more, the Capitals will be playing in that game this evening. Agopsowicz works in 2-on-2. Takes a bit of a bump. CNHA out the other way. The goal gets announced, and it's a 2-on-1. Agopsowicz gets it up to Fink. Fink takes a shot. That's saved by Blair and shoveled aside. Maddie Fink almost with his second goal in the span of a minute. Capitals keep the puck in. Boswell giving Chase Harris on it now. He takes a shot. That goes off of the leg of Agopsowicz into the corner. West on it. Had a great assist on the 3rd goal for CNHA. Was Carter West. Carter West on it now. I mentioned that assist. That was just his first point of the tournament as the puck's loose. Avery Lang sprawling across to keep that one out with his pad. Capitals up and out of the zone. Nice pass for Boswell. Boswell works down the near side. Sharp angle shot. Saved by the goaltender who smothers his own rebound. He had Greenslade cutting to the front of the net. Greenslade a little bit of pushing and shoving, but cooler heads will prevail. A little late, better late than never, but first period scoring summary is Bryden Wagman opening up the scoring just 25 seconds into the game. His 4th of the tournament, assisted by Agopsowicz. Luke Roberts answered back. He's sitting in the box right now for 10. That was assisted by Aiden Pachalski and Daniel Horvath. That made it 1-1. Lyndon Boswell made it 2-1. Liam Palenchuk and Calder Harris had the assists, and then it was 2 straight for CNHA. Ryan Bayana got his first from Fabian Brossart, and then Halowichuk unassisted with a minute left in the first. But obviously that one goal here in the second period has tied things up. Silverson gets it across to Boswell. Boswell spins off his man. Leaves it for Ruhr. It's pushed aside, and Nicholas Tremblay on it now. Gets the puck up to Pachalski, and it's ahead. Brassard works one-on-one. Brassard has Pachalski with him. Brassard takes the shot right into the glove of Lang, who will hold on to that one. Avery Lang, liked what I saw from him on that Thursday evening, not giving up too many rebounds. That glove hand did get some work, but it's West now. Puck slid in, and Hroff just swats at that. Will go all the way down the ice. Not an icing, however. Behind the net now, and that goes up into the netting and out of play with 11 to play here in the second period. A full day of action from the Max Bell Center. Beautiful Calgary, Alberta, as the sun starts to come up here. Hroff cuts into the slot. Hroff getting worked on, still finds a way to get the shot away. Went off a body. Into the middle now. Back the other way. Working ahead, Seddon. With speed. Cuts around. Backhand into the slot. Who wants it? Cruz unable to do much with that puck in front of the net. Back the other way. Caps taking a shot. Off a body. That stung the defender. Into the middle. Worrell was cutting into the slot. That puck's in his skates. And the other way, pushing it ahead is Seddon. He's in a race with Hroff. Gets rubbed off, and CNHA wanting an interference on that call. They won't find it, as they have some words with the official, who's coming around and telling the coach that that's enough. Hearing it right from our vantage point, mentioning that's just a good battle for position. I'd have to agree with the official on that one. I didn't see anything egregious. That's not a word. Egregious. That's what I was looking for. Agopsowicz works ahead, gets hit from behind, and loses the puck. A few bumps in the CNHA zone. Caps touching up. CNHA has time for the breakout. Gets to the line, not quite out. That puck sent in, and just holding on will be Blair for the faceoff. We mentioned the standings, that the Capitals run their own show here, sitting at the top of the Blue Division, winning both of their games by more than 2, which gives them 10 points on the tournament. The next closest in the division, Bow Valley and CRAA Blue, have 6 points. And as for CNHA Black, they're in the Black Division at the bottom at the moment with just 2 points. That the best they could finish in the Black Division is 4th. So they will be playing tomorrow morning in either that 5th place consolation game or the 4th place consolation game. Much more on the line on the part of the Capitals here. A tournament that they took part in last year. I mentioned once again, won by the Stamps for the 3rd year in a row. Brassard works in. Drop pass, takes a shot just wide. Tremblay first to that puck. He'll keep that in for CNHA. Getting wrapped up at the line with Greenslade. Tremblay on it. Pushes that ahead. Nice touch pass to Pachalski. Pachalski works in, takes a shot right into the breadbasket of Lang, who holds on to cover that one. You're out-of-town scoreboard, and by out-of-town scoreboard, I mean the scoreboard right next door. The KC Colts hold a 2-1 lead over the Saskatoon SaberCats in a game that determines 4th and 5th place in that respective division. West. Nice pass at the line. Tremblay sends that to the front of the net. That goes off a leg. And we get another whistle. And a stoppage of play. Faceoff will remain in the cap zone. Logan Cruz coming into this game with the lead in points for CNHA. Quiet first period. Looking to get involved here in the second. Finally, the puck worked out. Gets the line out. A 2-on-1 break the other way. Rurr. He's got Greenslade. Opts for the shot. And Rurr. Getting the pad on that was Blair. Was kicked aside. Working around now is Rurr. Backhands that to his defensive partner who sends that in. Rurr on it once again. Strong shift from Brady Rurr. Greenslade on the puck in the near side corner. Greenslade spinning. It's taken away for the moment. Set out in front. Puck was loose for a moment off the stick of Spaeth. Bayana. Pass too far for him. Seddon sends that in. Up over the bench is Rossler. That puck goes all the way down, and we'll get an icing with 7 to play in the second period. Face off to the left of Avery Lang. We get new personnel in the face-off dot for the Capitals. And quickly the Caps are out. Worrell working ahead. The defenseman stopping, taking a shot. Rebounds there. Jumping on it was Blair. Bit of pushing and shoving once again. His temperature heats up a little bit in this second period at the Perry Cavanaugh Arena. Paxton Church to take the draw for the Caps. Hroff on it, tries to get it back to the defenseman, but a good read off the part of CNHA. Oh, and stolen away. Church loses it. Hroff takes a shot off the blocker and into the netting. Cyril Hroff with his best look of the morning. We'll try that again. This time the face off to the right of Blair. Worrell at the point through traffic. Goes off the leg of Blair. They're off on it once again. CNHA is out. Worrell intercepts that pass. Fabi gets that across to the D partner. Up comes CNHA. Working on the near side. Using his strength. Josh Rosler gets it back to the point. Shot through traffic, tipped just wide. Rollison on it. Rollison with a nice move at the line. He'll stop up. The puck didn't stop with him, however, and it's taken away by the Caps. To the line, not quite out. They'll try the other side. This time they do get it out. It's Boswell on it. Just opts to shoot that off the boards and in. Holowachuk. Miscommunication with his forward partner. Puck sent back in and a big hit at center ice on Pachalski. Oh, and into the middle. Right there, Pachalski. Puck skipping over his stick. Had a wide open look in the slot. And puck sent all the way down. And that will be an icing on the part of the Caps with just over 5 minutes to play in the second period here. Just one goal in the period. It was the Regina Capitals tying up this one. off of a goal by Matty Fink. He's scored in every game of this tournament just far, in a breakaway pass for Wegman. Wegman 1-0 with the goaltender. Works in, tries to go 5-hole. And will they call that a goal? From our vantage point, it looked like it may have snuck in just based off of where the goalie's positioning was in the net. A Gobswitch was following up. No initial call from the head referee. They'll go to center ice and converge. What will the call be? Bryden Wegman opened up the scoring 25 seconds in. They're saying no goal, which will be an unpopular call if you're a Caps fan, as just based off the goalie's positioning, I would have to think there was no way that puck couldn't have not crossed that line. And that might be what Palinchuk is stating to the official here. Ref was a little bit behind the play. And there is just the one official. You often see in leagues the two officials with the red band that can, but argument to no avail, as Bryden Wegman can't catch the break there. And we'll get a face-off here. We'll try that again. A Gobswitch on the draw, loses it. As the Caps maybe try to build up the momentum a little bit. Wegman jamming the front of the net. Oh, and with speed, Bayana. He was working 1-on-3, tough to do much with that. Puck sent the other way, and that'll be an icing face-off coming back down in to the Cap zone. Ref chatting quickly with the Capitals bench, that he'll come explain that call when he gets a moment. Still an unpopular one on the Caps bench, but nonetheless we carry on in this 3-3 game. Reminder, there is no overtime. Oh, pass in the middle, Bayana steals it, shoots, and he scores! Rian Bayana intercepts the centering pass, fires it home, and it's a 4-3 CNHA lead. Rian Bayana picks up the first goal for CNHA, and this one is the ref giving the Caps a bit of a talking to about why that initial goal. So momentum swings in this one. It looked like the Capitals may have taken the lead, and just minutes later, CNHA off the intercepted pass finds themselves in front once again. And I know we're only in the second period, but the way the standings scoring system is, if it were to remain this score at the tail end of the third period, I don't think you'd even see the Capitals pull their goalie, as they wouldn't need to. They'd still pick up 2 points from this one, losing by 1. And there'll be a penalty to the Capitals, as later in this second period, starting to get away from the Caps here, as Silverson will head to the box for 2 or less. Cole Silverson not too happy with that call. Face off to the left of Lang as CNHA's power play goes to work here. Roberts on it. And that's taken by Ruhr and sent all the way down the ice, killing a few seconds of this power play. CNHA back to retrieve and set up their breakout. Roberts, he's back on the ice after serving that 10-minute misconduct. Bayana. And for Holowachuk. Holowachuk behind the net, gets rubbed out along the boards. Battling for it in the corner, Boswell. And a shot from the point doesn't get through. Ruhr on it. He just slaps that down the ice. Minute 10 remaining in CNHA power play. Here's Bayana on it. Bayana works into the zone. Down in the corner, battle for it. Cruz gives it to Halowachuk. Halowachuk into the slot. He almost had Roberts sneaking in from the point. Bayana back for Roberts. He goes cross ice to his defensive partner on this power play. Halowachuk to continue to work the puck around. Not much in terms of traffic to the net, however, with 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Puck gets to the line. Roberts keeps it in briefly, and a battle for it as Rur gets taken down. No arm goes up. And offside at the line as Roberts continuing to battle with Rur here. And coming up and giving a shove. Part of the Caps player. And both teams seemingly having issues with the officials in this second period. You can't please them all, can you? The bench saying that was a holding. They wanted the call there. We continue on. 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Last chance for CNHA to extend this lead. And a sharp angle shot. And that's blocked by Palinchuk, who gets up slowly. Palinkas at the line through traffic, kick save. Palinchuk gets that, sends that all the way to the line and out of the box is Silverson. Silverson works in. And a backhand pass into the middle, easily pushed aside. Sedin crosses the blue line, a long shot that sputters into the corner. West will keep that in. All the way around. Sedin on it. Peroff pushes that ahead. Working ahead is Greenslade. He loses the puck just as he enters the zone, and Sedin takes over once again. Just over a minute left in the second period. A 4-3 game for CNHA. Palinchuk, a long stretch pass out for Wagman. Gets the puck poked away from Roberts. Wagman, of course, had that disallowed goal some 5 minutes ago. Harris at the line. Floater through traffic, and Roberts stifles that. Back the other way, Palinchuk steps up. And at the line now, getting it into CNHA. Lang plays that for Harris. Harris run back of the net, just opts to go off the glass, gets to the line, not quite out. 30 seconds remaining in the second. Can the Caps get a late one here to tie it up? Paxton Church, pucks. Oh, up we go. It's Wagman. He takes a shot blocker save by Blair. And another sharp angle shot. That goes high and will find its way out of the zone. Rosler with maybe one last chance with 10 seconds remaining in the period, but we'll get a face-off after the offside at the line with 7.9 remaining. So even if the Capitals were to lose by 2, a lot would have to not go their way for them to not end up in that semifinal game, but it is the only chance that another team in the blue division rather, could make it to the finals. West holds it at the line, but no chance for another shot, and that will do it for the second period. CNHA gets 2 in that one to the Capitals 1, and they've opened up a 4-3 lead. 1 period to go. Don't go anywhere. We'll have that action for you in about 15 minutes time. You're watching the 2025 Western Canada Showdown on HN Live. Welcome back inside the Perry Kavanagh Arena at the Max Bell Center in Calgary, Alberta. Third period action coming your way at the 2025 Western Canada Showdown, presented by HN Live. Puck drop for the third period here. The Regina Capitals find themselves trailing by 1 to CNHA Black. And surprisingly, what has been quite a close game here. The Capitals coming in, winning their first 2 games, and a stranglehold on the Blue Division. Whereas CNHA Black, they've had a tough time finding their footing in this tournament, losing both their games by 2 goals. Looking to play a bit of a spoiler here as Fink steps in, cuts to the slot, and just shovels that wide. Another pass in the middle, jamming away at Gopsowicz, gets the goal and ties this one up less than a minute into the third. Brayson Gopsowicz picks up his first of the tournament, doesn't come at a better time. We're all tied up at 4. And how's that for a start to the third period? As he gets it right away, Gopsowicz again! That's a backhand save by Blair. Gopsowicz, what a shift to start this third for him. As now the puck's worked out the other way. It's Palinkas. Palinkas takes it wide, cuts it to the middle, jamming away at it, but getting it is Lang Horvath. Cleared out of the crease. Avery Lang allowing 4 in this one. I mentioned his save percentage in league play sitting at .929. Face off to the right of Lang. Second period scoring summary. Matty Fink started things off, tying it at 3 with his third of the, almost at playoffs of the tournament. Assisted by Cyril Haroff and Rylan Worrell. Rayan Bayana picked up his second of the game unassisted to give CNHA the lead, and that's where we stood coming into the period. It was Gopsowicz tying it up quick. What will the third have in store for us? The first of 5 games on this ice service here today. Harris works up ice. A long stretch pass for Pachalski. He intercepts that. Out the other way. Stopping it and getting smothered along the boards. Rohrer keeps that in. Greenslade behind the net now. He'll spin. Backhand pass in the middle. And Harris from the point takes a slap shot right into the glove of Eric Blair, who holds on for the whistle. Eric Blair's been busy in this game. Shots coming into the period, 29-14 in favor of the Capitals. CNHA has picked their spots and gotten goals in timely situations as Pachalski works it out, and just at the line, Seddon steps offside and we'll get a whistle. The temperature rose a little bit in that second period. We had quite a bit of pushing and shoving after whistles, including a 10-minute misconduct thrown in the mix as well. That went to Luke Roberts on CNHA. Spaeth back. CNHA in the middle. Rosler takes a shot from the slot. That goes wide. Just over top of the net. At center ice now, Pachalski. So we get a bit of neutral zone play here in the third. Palinkas, backhand into the middle, looking for Seddon. He gives chase. Haroff on it. Pushes it ahead. Dero off his stick and into the CNHA zone. Taken away, working it in. Sharp angle shot, misses wide. Silverson back to retrieve. Silverson backhands that down low. Getting the cycle going now. Silverson at the point. Gives it right back to Wagman. He takes a shot into the glove once again. Dryden. Wagman opened the scoring some time ago. 25 seconds into this game. Almost at a second in the second period on a play that, which we talked about in the broadcast, looked like the puck may have crossed the line. Shot from a Gopswich through traffic. Happened to be sharp was Blair. But the ref was trailing that breakaway. No goal by Wagman. Wasn't able to make the call, and they had to wait to get their fourth goal into the third period here. Fabi sends that into the zone. Wagman on it. He'll just flip that to the line of Gopswich. Spins, hits that out of midair. Cruz, one touch that in, and it goes up into the netting and out of play. Just about 4 minutes gone here in the third period. A reminder, no overtime in this seeding round. If this game was to happen to end in a 4-4 tie, both teams would pick up 3 points and move on. And as we talked about the story in this one, that would be enough for the Caps to play in that semifinal game this evening. That game would take place at 8:30 p.m. on the Ken Bracco rink. Gino DiPaoli would have that call for you this evening. And Fabi works it away. Cruz. Logan Cruz has been somewhat quiet in this game as that puck goes up into the netting and out of play. Logan Cruz. 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points in league play. He trails just Jack Hallowichuk by a point for the team lead in points. Palinchuk, a touch pass. Cruz takes it away and just off the side of the net as he heard me in the broadcast booth, wanted to put an end to the slow start to this game. And a tip just misses wide. CNHA with a bit of momentum. 2 close chances by Yana. Tries to backhand that into the slot. Roberts through traffic, save and rebounds there. Once again, Lang had to be sharp. Best burst by CNHA in quite a while here as Hallowichuk leaves that for Cruz. Cruz fans on the shot, and puck makes its way out. That won't be enough for icing as Fabi had a chance to play it. It just skipped over his stick. Milo Fabi backhands it for his defensive partner, and it's Roberts. Pass in the middle for Cruz. Cruz pass center, works in. Cruz across for Hallowichuk, a nice one-touch pass. Unable to get Wood on it, however, was his teammate. Boswell on it. Puck stays in momentarily before CNHA turns out the other way. Gains the line and sends that in. Around. Paxton Church first to the puck in the corner. That's intercepted. Rolison, a good job getting a stick in the way of the clearing attempt. West takes a shot through traffic off of a skate. Her off. Sorry, that's Church on it. And Church hounds it and it's taken away. Boswell works in. Boswell takes a shot, blocker save. Capitals. Rolison. And it's intercepted by Fink. Matty Fink with one of the goal scorers for the Capitals works in. He's still got it. Fink works to the slot, back to the point. Shot through traffic. It's pushed aside. Spaeth once again, another shot. Doesn't quite make its way to the net. And at center ice now, her off. A toe drag move, but the other defender takes that off of his stick. Rolison gets it across with room to move. CNHA works into the line, pushes it to the net, easily shoveled to the corner by Lang. Spaeth back the other way. The Gopswich back on the ice for Capitals, the goal scorer in this third period. He's got the puck now, works in, gets tripped up, no call. And away goes Palinkas. Palinkas and a pad saved by Ling, chases his own rebound. And he'll give a couple swats. We get a little bit more pushing and shoving. The ref is calling a call. Some more words being had from these two teams that don't see each other often. Obviously Calgary-based team and a Regina-based team. And slashing will be the call. Zachary Polinskis going to the box as the ref in this game has, for the most part, taken that third swing, if you will. Both teams getting a shot, and whoever makes that third pass at a slash or a punch, whatever the case may be, has been the one going to the box, and that's the case here. Capitals power play goes to work. It's Worrell at the line. Gets it across, taking the shot, and that just misses wide and heads all the way down the ice. Worrell to retrieve. He's got Rosler giving chase, who spins back as the breakout commences. A long stretch pass out of the way of Wagman. Roberts just turns and fires that. Gets to center, but no further. On it now, Hroff back for Worrell. Up for Wagman. Saucer pass in for Hroff. Hroff works in, leaves it for Fink. Fink takes a bump, keeps it in. Pass in the middle, wanting it is Worrell, shooting off the glove and wide. And just at the side of the net, jamming away at it. Blair can't get his glove on it. And finally, there is a whistle for the net coming off. Right on the side of Blair. Just over a minute to go in the Caps power play in this 4-4 game. The Caps 12 minutes away from a semi-final berth. Puck makes its way down the ice. Wagman playing the point on this power play. He'll slowly start up ice. Capitals gaining the zone, ringing it around the boards at Gopsowicz to give chase. And it's taken away. Possible shorthanded break for Halowachuk. He works wide on Worrell. Halowachuk just sends that ahead. Few players converge on him, and it's Wagman away. Wagman gains center. Puck poked away right at the line. Worrell has to turn back. This first power play unit remains on. Working it across, Wagman taking a shot, and he goes high off the glass. Gets to the line, not out, as Boswell steps on the ice and into the action. Boswell sends that across for Calder Harris. Boswell now on it. Nice move at the blue line. Boswell into the slot. Another nice move by Boswell. He's got one nice goal already in this game. Stick going to work. Boswell to the front of the net and just covered up by Eric Blair. Gotta wonder for the next game. Caleb Toogood, the other goalie for the Capitals, sporting a .925 save percentage. Will he get the start in that semifinal game? We still have obviously 10 and change left in this one. Anything can happen. CNHA working up ice. But just at the line, one extra move creates the whistle. I'd like to take this time to thank everyone tuning in all weekend long on HN Live. Don't miss a minute of action, every game, every goal, right to your living room. Brossart on it. Oh, and a pass in, having to be sharp, and a rebound, scores! And it's a hat trick for Rayan Bayana. Picking up the loose puck in the slot. Rayan Bayana has given CNHA their third lead of the game. How about that? The Caps have led twice in this game. CNHA has led 3 times. As these teams continue to trade goals. Halfway to play in this one. A Gopsowicz works in, takes a shot. Off the mask, rebound for Fink. He fans on the shot, breaks his stick. Rebound still there. And Cruz works ahead. Logan Cruz in the corner. Leaves it for Bayana. What a great game for Rayan Bayana. Puck makes its way to center ice on the stick of Boswell. He finds a speeding Duro. Duro works in, number 4, spins in the corner. He gets rubbed out by Roberts. Agopsowicz follows up on the loose puck. As they announce the hat-trick goal in the rink here, as Fink takes a shot off the pad of Blair. Agopsowicz turns, fires. That misses wide. To the line and out, Waldner. Easton Waldner now going for a skate. He'll send that deep into CNHA zone. So as it stands right now, the Caps would still have that semifinal game clinched, picking up 2 points as it stands right now. But where it gets dicey is if CNHA can find another one. Fink couldn't get that deep. Tries to lay out his man. He's had a few big hits in this game. Rollison now gains the line and he'll head off. Oh, and another one in the slot and scores! A fortuitous bounce, and Josh Rosler pounces on the loose puck and gives CNHA that 2-goal lead. And there'll be a face-off, or sorry, a timeout by the Capitals here. As the Capitals look to settle things down, as this is that situation, the only situation in which the Capitals could find themselves not playing in that semifinal game tonight is losing by 2 here this morning. A lot would still have to go against them in the rest of the Blue Division's games this afternoon. But their fate wouldn't be in their hands if the score stays where it is. As the bench of CNHA in an uproar as they've got all the momentum here now. They've opened up a 6-4 lead, the first 2-goal lead of this hockey game. No icing. Played behind the net and up. Fink, first one to jump on that. And Rollison sends that up and out, and we'll get a whistle. 8 minutes to play here in the third. Taking the face-off will be Wagman. He's got a Agopsowicz set up right behind him. Can't win that draw, however. Gets the line and out, and away comes CNHA once again. Rollison working in, sends it in the middle. Covering that up is Lang. A bit more pushing and shoving, and we've seen the ref take one out of the pile each time. However, cooler heads prevail, and we'll stay at 5-on-5. Face-off will be to the right of Avery Lang. Seddon to take the draw for CNHA and sent all the way down. And Wagman gives chase, but still an icing nonetheless. Wagman shaking his head, maybe some frustration. Caps have had some tough bounces in this game. We mentioned that Wagman breakaway goal in the second that was disallowed. Agopsowicz gets that ahead just behind Wagman. Jumping up is West. He takes a long shot off the blocker of Lang into the corner. Agopsowicz now spins in his own zone. Oh, and a nice move by Agopsowicz, and he'll break out with speed. Agopsowicz to center, cuts in the middle. A gob switch goes wide. Pass in the middle. Wegman's there. Scores! What a play by a gob switch, and Bryden Wegman gets his second of the game. We're back to a one-goal game. Once again, you saw the reaction from Wegman after he scored. All they need is that one. As it stands right now, again, that semifinal is clinched. So a lot more in play as the stick gets up and in on Ruhr. No call once again. Ref letting them play with 6 and change to play in the third. Cross for Roberts. Bayana with the hat trick. He's back out on the ice. Working his way through traffic now. Holowichuk sends that down in on the netminder. Unable to get it out at the moment are the Capitals. They'll try once again in the feet of the officials. Third time's the charm as they do. Get it out. Puck hops over Palinchuk's stick. He'll retreat. Greenslade can't get a stick on that one and will get an icing. So Wegman with his second of the game. This one does count. However, to bring the Caps to within one, that's where we stand, a 6-5 game. Next up on this ice surface, it'll be the Northeast Wolfpack taking on Upper York. I'll have the call for you. In that contest, Waldner behind the net. Gets it to the line, not out. Worrell on it. This time it does come out as Paxton Church makes a move but loses it to Horvath. Horvath sends it back in. CNHA looking to play spoiler here as they put 6 past Lang. They're looking for another one to restore that 2-goal lead. Down in the corner, Boswell. He had a beautiful goal earlier on in the first period. And the puck sliding behind and it finds its way in! Cyril Haroff was there. Will he get credit for it? It looks like Worrell will get the best of that, Rylan Worrell. And just like that now, we have a tie game again. What a finish in store. What a game we've had. Offense. 12 goals scored. And we'll get a face-off or a penalty. A tripping call on the part of CNHA. The momentum has swung back in favor of the Caps, and they have a chance now to go on the lead and seemingly cement their place in that semifinal game. With 4:48 to go here in the third. The Caps on the verge of clinching. Worrell taking the shot, and that's a quick save on the part of Blair. Face off, finds its way out of the zone. Worrell going back to get it. In the middle now, Taroff. Taroff sends that around to Wegman. Wegman, one away from the hat trick. He has an unofficial one with that unallowed goal. Hiroff Gets that to Worrell. Back for Wegman. Into the middle. Scores! Brayson Agopsowicz picks up his second of the period. And you gotta think, that's the icing on the cake for the Capitals. A power play goal with 4:09 remaining gives them the lead. And barring an absolute meltdown, the Capitals will play at 8:30 p.m. this evening with a spot in the championship final on the line. CNHA would have to get 3 goals in the next 4 minutes for anything else to happen. Works around, Seddon. Battle along the end boards. Continuing to battle there. Gets it out to the slot. Fanning on a shot, now firing it through, and Lang will hold on to that one. 3:26 to play in this one. What a game we've had, back and forth. A 7-6 game. Only once has there been a 2-goal lead. It didn't last for long. These teams trading goals, trading chirps. No love lost between these two as they continue the chirping from bench to bench. Both Alberta and Saskatchewan represented here in this one as there's a battle going on behind the net. And we'll get a stoppage of play as both these two are going to go off. 5-on-5 still, roughing minors assessed to each. Nick Spaeth for the Capitals getting involved in the pushing and shoving behind the Capitals net. The officials just wanted to get out of this one. We've seen a lot of that. Fink on the draw for the Caps. Agopsowicz looking for the natural third period hat trick. He's back out on the ice. Didn't have a goal coming into the tournament, or coming into this game rather, on the tournament. He's got 2 here now. Working ahead, it's Wegman. He's got a Agopsowicz with him. Wegman cuts the net, backhand wide. Bayana would look for one more to tie this one up. Working ahead now, Seddon. Seddon cuts in. Works around, but he gets rubbed out along the end boards. And once again, a bit more pushing and shoving in the corner. No whistle, however. Puck finds its way to the slot. Turning and shooting was Cruz. Lang was sharp and up to the task. Sent all the way down, and that'll be an icing with just under 2.5 to play in the third period. We got a timeout on the part of CNHA. Capitals, I mentioned the standings. Capitals will be playing this evening at 8:30 p.m. in one of 2 semifinal games. As for CNHA, as it stands right now, they would pick up 2 points, but that would still leave them in 5th place in the Black Division, which would have them playing bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on the Ken Bracco Arena. They'll take on the 5th place in the Blue Division, which as it stands right now is the NEBC Trackers. Fabi takes a shot, blocker save. Bayana was quick to the rebound. He's got it now. Gets to the front of the net, spinning and Unable to get it out of the zone. We do get a stoppage of play, however, as that buck caroms into the netting. Your out-of-town scoreboard, the KC Colts look like they'll be taking the win against the Saskatoon Sabercats at Ken Bracco. It's 4-1 in that one. Your next two slate of games on the Ken Bracco, the Winnipeg Bruins taking on the NEBC Trackers. And as I mentioned on this rink, I'll have the call for you between the Northeast Wolfpack and Upper York Admirals. And a shot from the point through traffic just misses wide. Looking for the tip. Palinchuk sends that around to an open side. Fabi will be the first one to it. Down in the corner now. More board battles. Who will come away with it? Oh, and into the middle. Roberts takes a shot, rebounds there. Unable to get a stick on it was Horvath. Seddon. Down low. Gets spun around in the corner. And there'll be a penalty to the Capitals. So, some late game theatrics at the Perry Cavanaugh. With 1:08 left, Brady Ruhr will go off for hooking. So while it won't do much in terms of the standings, CNHA Black would still like to end their regular seeding round with a tie if they can find the back of the net here. Fabi takes a shot, it's blocked. Rebounds there for Roberts. He'll work it around. Pass across. Fanning on that, not getting a shot away was Cruz. Gets to the line. Fabi kept in. Cruz across looking for Roberts. A Gopswich spins and sends that out of the zone looking for the empty net. And just misses. Capitals looking for a perfect seeding round. If they can get that empty net, they'll pick up all 15 points available in the first 3 games of this tournament. Bayana on it. Cruz gets it for Roberts. Back down for Cruz to the middle of the net. It's taken away and sent down the ice once again with 10 seconds left. That will just about do it. A Gopswich gives chase. Maybe looking for one last shot at that empty net. It won't come, however, as that'll do it. Halawichuk into the net. And the buzzer will go, and that will do it in this one. The Regina Capitals are going to the semifinal at the Western Canada Showdown as they pick up the 7-6 win over CNHA Black.